Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to a review of a vintage fountain pen. This time I have for you a wonderful MONTBLANC Carrera from the 1970s. And let me tell you guys, I bought this pen for a great deal. It is always nice when I buy lots of fountain pens, and this was part of a lot of 27 writing instruments. And this is the reason that I pay for it only 78 lays or 15.82 euros or 17.38 US dollars, and it is a great buy. I've searched on the internet and they usually go for about 90 or 100 euros. If you find it at this price, go for it, guys. Of course, I also seen some crazy advertisements on the internet, and they wanted 500 euros for this pen. Believe me, guys, this is not a pen that is worth 500 euros. A maximum of 100 euros depending on the condition you find it in. Yes, it was built only in the 1970s. Yes, it has some interesting design traits, but it is a cartridge filler, not a piston filler, and of course it's not part of the Meisterstück line. It is an entry-level fountain pen, a student pen, but nevertheless a very reliable and a nice writer, as all the student pens should be. Okay, interesting, the fountain pen's name, the name Carrera. It was named after the famous Carrera Panamericana car race. And you can see that the pen was designed to evoke the spirit of adventure and the precision of the engineering of car racing back in the 1970s. The best design trait of it is this wonderful clip that has those perforations, those rounded perforations in it, and I immediately think of engineering pieces, and also this light orange color evokes perfectly the 1970s race atmosphere. Of course, it has also the logo, the MONTBLANC logo over here, and also present on the black plastic body. Some call this precious resin. No, it's just plastic, guys. This is an entry-level fountain pen. But nevertheless, the design comes from the late 60s, and this has a sleek and modern design with the minimalist aesthetics to it. The trend in the 1970s, of course, was of the slim fountain pens, and this is quite a slim fountain pen. And let me compare it with a classic Meisterstück 146 from 1983. So you can see that this is a fat pen and this is quite a slim pen. Of course, this is a piston filler and this uses cartridges. And by the way, guys, most of international ink cartridges will fit on this MONTBLANC model from the 1970s. Interesting, the cap. When I first saw it, I thought of the Macrolon. I have also some Lamy 2000s, and this certainly is a plastic that reminds me of the Macrolon, but it is a simpler plastic, but a matte plastic in comparison with the shiny plastic of the barrel section. Engraved on it we have Germany on this Carrera, and on this we have MONTBLANC. The cap is pressure fit. In fact, it has those little metallic parts that help with the pressure fit. Again, very similar to Lamy 2000. And here it reveals this semi-hooded nib. Sorry about the ink stains, guys. I've cleaned it with water before this review. And on the back, a very simple feeder but again, it certainly resembles the Lamy 2000. And if I'm speaking about the Lamy 2000, guys, I will leave certainly a link with the Lamy 2000 review over here, guys, and you will see some similarities in their design. Okay, let me show you now the filling mechanism, which is simple. So it uses ink cartridges, and based on the size of the barrel, you can adapt ink converter, or you can use small or a large ink cartridge. And for the writing sample, my friends, I will use these international size ink cartridges made by Schneider in Germany. In fact, I believe that I'm down to the last ink cartridge, and you can see thermically engraved on it we have Schneider. So this is the dimension, and simply we open it, we place this here, and I recommend when you put it to push like this. Now it is inserted, and let's see, I hope that the ink will reach the feeder and we can do the writing sample. For the writing sample, let me put this here. I will slightly change the angle of the camera. Okay, now I have my notepad right over here, and let me see. I have right over here my notepad. Okay, a little zoom like this, and this is it. Now let me test to see if we have ink flow, and yes, guys, you can see we have ink flow. And just in case, I will, let me show you, I will push a little bit on it, okay, to regulate the ink flow like this. I hope now that it is functional. I will put back the barrel. So what do we have here, guys? Now a little bit of zoom. Yes, I have a MONTBLANC. Sorry about this, guys. Still some water. This is the light color of the ink. Let me see. I want to push a little bit the ink. Okay, like this. Now it should okay, I have, sorry about this, guys, I have a wonderful MONTBLANC Carrera made in Germany in the 1970s. A design of the late 1960s, which was sold in the 1970s. It is a entry-level pen, entry level. It uses ink cartridges, and it has a wonderful steel nib. This is the nib. You can see no breathing hole on the nib. I'm curious to see if we have some flex to this nib. As you can see, no flex to it. Now let me test to see if we have some line variance. So right over here, I'm not putting pressure on the nib, and now I'm starting to apply pressure, and you can see no visible line variance. But it doesn't feel like a stiff nib. Actually, it's very smooth, and it's what I like to see at a entry-level student fountain pen, a real workhorse. You can see quite a wet writer. And now I'm curious to see if we can reverse write with it. Reverse writing, definitely a possibility. Again, it's what I like to see at a pen for school use or for student use. In let's say in normal it writes like an F, and in reverse writing it writes like an extra fine, as you can see. So reverse writing, I believe you can also use it for signatures. Yes, it's quite nice, it doesn't scratch. And now for the big phrase, let's talk about the fox. So let me see if I can zoom on it and focus for you to see, guys. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And as you can see, guys, we have a very nice writer. I like that it doesn't scratch. I like this simple steel nib is very practical, and basically a nice fountain pen. Again, guys, I've bought it for steel only for 15 euros or 16 US dollars. If you find it beneath 100 euros, you should buy it, because they are getting quite rare on the market, and they were sold only for a decade between 1971 and 1979. So basically an entry-level Mont Blanc with a nice pedigree and a very distinctive design. So guys, this was my review for today. I hope you've enjoyed my review. If you've enjoyed this review, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. I will see you again in the next episode. Till then, bye bye my friends, and God bless you all.